Hello, my friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic live from the Lunar Café. And today I bring you an update on the market of what I think is something that is coming that could be really, really exciting. A license to print money, my friends, a license to print money. Now, like anything else that I talk about on this channel, I could be wrong, and it's definitely not financial advice, but this is something that everyone should be aware of in crypto. Is the price being suppressed at the moment, and why is it being suppressed? This is the question I'm going to ask. And we're going to look at ETFs or exchange traded funds. And what is that, Adam? Well, if you want to know, my friends, join me on a little journey as we explore the weird and wacky world of crypto. So, I've been asking which cryptos have the most ETF applications currently awaiting approval. Now, before we even explore this question, why is this relevant? This is institutional grade investment products. This is the big boys offering to their high net worth investors crypto investments. And so the amount of ETF applications is very relevant because when these get approved, if they get approved, it will mean a spike in the price. So by tracking who's got the applications in, we can see which cryptos might have an incoming price pump. Now, these applications have been put in, but we have to bear in mind that a lot of these applications are over in America and the government is shut down at the moment. So there is a delay, there's a glitch in the matrix, which means that there's a lot of high net worth individuals waiting to get invested into these crypto products. And if the price goes up, they'll be less appealing. So there is a theory, and this is not financial advice and it's not factual advice, but it's certainly a theory that there's some serious whales that are keeping the price down at the moment, pending these ETF approvals. So, what is on its way? I've asked three search engines today to tell us. So, there's the question: which cryptos have the most ETF applications currently awaiting approval? And here we can see Solana and XRP have the most ETF applications awaiting approval with US regulators. So Solana leads the field with 8 pending ETF applications, while XRP follows closely with 7. So we're going to go down 8 for Solana, 7 for XRP. And also Litecoin, Dogecoin, Cardano, Avalanche, and Polkadot have multiple applications, but fewer than Solana or XRP. So please list all the ETF applications by numbers. And here we have it. Now look at this, folks. Number of ETF applications pending, 23 for Solana, 20 for XRP. These two cryptos are almost definitely going to be spiking upwards sometime soon. Sometime soon, along with Litecoin, Dogecoin, Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot, and HBAR. All of these ETF applications. This is very significant for all of these. Now, those of you that follow my channel will know I'm not a massive fan of Polkadot, and I think Cardano is overpriced. But that doesn't matter because they have all the right alliances, they're in all the right discussions, and Charles Hodgkinson is very relevant in the world of crypto. But for XRP and Solana, these two, I believe, are going to have incoming price spikes when these go through. So you can read through these. These are related. But so with these search engines, we double check everything. We treble check them. So I went to just chat GPT. Same question. So key numbers. There are at least 92 crypto ETF applications currently pending before the SEC. Now, this is the financial regulator in the US, which usually leads the way. And this backs up what we've just said, what we've just seen. Solana and XRP leading the way. Additional notes, more for Litecoin, Dogecoin. So it's the same information. We're getting the same information through multiple search engines. Please list the number of ETF approvals pending for each crypto. And there we have it. With Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin and Ethereum already have ETFs. So here we go. You can read through that. It's the same list of contenders that we've just seen. And finally, I've gone to Grok. Now, this tends to be a little bit more up to date. So this really went for it when I asked the question. So pending ETF applications. Now, this breaks it down, even approval odds. So let's have a little look through this. And look, Solana, 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 Solana. People ask me, why am I Solana maxi? And I wouldn't say I'm a maxi, but I'm definitely believe that Solana is the leader of the pack as far as layer one blockchains are concerned. And this just emphasizes that. I believe that we're going to see an incoming price spike with Solana once the American government opens up and all of these approvals start going through. And as we see, look, all of these have a 99% chance of approval because America is crypto friendly. So Solana looks like the king here, my friends. All of these big companies looking to have institutional grade products offering Solana. That is going to be massive for their price. And there's the same with XRP. Look, only slightly lower odds. They're 4% less, folks. So Solana's even better. For some reason, they're only 95% rather than 99 for Solana, but it's looking rosy for XRP as well. Litecoin. Now, this is one I don't even talk about, but that looks like it's going to be all right. Dogecoin, again, who'd have believed a meme coin is getting an institutional grade product? Nothing to do with Elon Musk, of course. So it just goes to show you anything has potential in this market. Two Cardano, one Avalanche, one Polkadot, and three Hedera. Now, we've seen Hedera's price hold pretty well lately. Now, these are down to 70%, but it's very likely that they'll go through. Tron, again, and Stellar, Chainlink, and Say. So look at this, Say. Now, there's a little hidden one. The first time we've seen that with a 65% chance of going through. So, and multi-asset ones here. So we've got lots of multi-asset ones that are going in. And look, even meme coins with Pengu hitting there. So this is ETFs. And this is what we're looking. So I've asked this question. Now, of course, asking this to an AI engine is a loaded question. Is the crypto market being manipulated to suppress prices until ETFs are approved? Now, why would I even ask this question? So if you're one of these big funds and you've got loads of high net worth individuals looking to get into crypto, but they can't until your ETF is approved and the government is shut down, is it likely that you will use some of your money to suppress the market to make your ETF more appealing when it finally gets launched? Well, I just asked that question, my friends. Could that really happen? Am I being cynical? Am I being cynical, my friends? There's been a lot of sideways action. There's been a lot of price suppression. There's been a lot of flushing out of the market. But is this an explanation to why? And these are the sort of things that we need to be aware of. Now, do you think it's possible for all of you that think we're in a bear market? And we could be, I could be wrong, folks. But with all of these ETF applications going through a funnel at the moment that will pop once the government opens again, what do you think is going to happen to the price of crypto? Is it going to tank? Are all of these institutional grade products going to want to see their investments plummet? Ask yourself this question. And these include the likes of BlackRock, who've got more money than most countries. So let's look at the for and against arguments for manipulation. Well, you can read through these if you want. So this is the case that they've given. The for and against, you can read through that should you wish to, my friends. But the bottom line is that it's a very strong case, and we just go straight to here. I will keep it simple for you. So the percentage likelihood of deliberate ETF suppression is 30 to 40%. And this is according to Grok. Now, this isn't necessarily true, but that's still a high percentage because there's all sorts of going on. Key indicators, whale shorts, central exchange dumps, timed to October deadlines, post-approval pump, violent reversal to new highs. So this could be potentially the outcome. So routine manipulation, wash trading. Now, what wash trading is is people with loads of money buying and selling the same assets on the same day. So it's false volume, creating the illusion that there's more interest in certain assets than there actually is. So these are the factors, my friends. These are the factors, and they're just something to be aware of. I've done a little bonus thing. This is an accumulation pattern prompt that I put into Grok as well to show you where are the best accumulation patterns happening. And I've asked it to simplify it for a 10-year-old. So simple words, my friends. The top 10 super coins, the legendaries. So the score of accumulation for these. So these are the scores. And look, all of these ETF pending approvals are on that. Here's for my Degen friends in case so that we can include a few little Degen coins for you. And I don't know any of these, my friends. I really don't. If you're seriously interested in any of them, leave it in the comments. I might have a look into them, but it's included a Degen WikiCat, DeFi Tiger, OC Cat, Drift Tuna, and Billy Cat. I know nothing about any of them, but these are the accumulating Degen coins according to Grok. These are the $1 cards that might turn into $1,000 cards. They also might turn your $1 into nothing as well, my friends. But risk reward is a bit like a lottery ticket. This is the crypto lottery, my friends. But we are going slightly off topic because this was not a Degen coin video. This is simply to point out that crypto works in mysterious ways, and we must be aware of where the big money is operating and what it's up to, and what it might be doing and how it might be manipulating the market. Now, for me personally, I believe that the markets are being manipulated at the moment to suppress the price pending ETF approval. But what would I know, my friends? I'm just a random lunatic sat here on the Lunar Cafe, sipping tea and eating cake with the aliens. And if that has helped you, if you've enjoyed this update, if you're still watching, then please do like and subscribe for more of the same wackiness reporting on the crypto market. And there's another video there if you want to see that. And either way, my friends, stay lunatic, have fun, and make money with crypto.